Just got back from SuccessConnect 2023, and I wanted to provide my 2 cents while it's fresh in my mind. For starters, let me say that SuccessConnect is improving year upon year. It is leaps and bounds over where it was just a few years back. Great content, great session duration, and lots of opportunities to see old friends and to make new ones. Kudos to the team for their hard work in putting together a conference that slays, as my kids would say. With that out of the way, let me get on to my impressions. Okay, I've organized my thoughts into 4 main points: AI, other key developments, SAP SuccessFactors integration, and of course, payroll. Number 1, artificial intelligence is real, y'all. SuccessFactors was able to show meaningful AI use cases, from AI assisted job descriptions to goal creation, more on that in a minute, to Joule, which is an SAP wide chatbot. I've been burned, though, by enough cool demos with a promise of delivering the future, only to have that future never to arrive, to be pretty skeptical of conference announcements. So when I tell you that I really believe that the AI revolution may already be here, I don't do so lightly. I base it on 3 things. Number 1, each of the areas I mentioned are delivering use cases in the upcoming November release, or for sure the one next May. Knowing SAP, they wouldn't dare demonstrate something, tell us it is coming out in a week, which is when the preview release is due, when they are not confident it is coming. Secondly, I saw it for myself. Not only were there several demos during the sessions, I saw an unscripted demo at the demo pod on the show floor that blew me away. Fellow confidant Chris Payne asked the live system to create a goal of him being able to build a BTP application during the next goal year. The AI not only knew what BTP was, but was able to provide a well-written goal statement along with a suggestion of the steps in order to meet that goal. It actually worked so well that the SuccessFactors demo person was impressed, which is how we all kind of are with AI these days. Number 3, SuccessFactors people, many of whom I have known for years, vouch for how AI is enabling them to deliver things that weren't possible before ChatGPT burst onto the scene earlier this year. The only sticking point now is that the business and legal teams are furiously working to figure out how to price out the offerings, as there are a lot of AI providers involved in the process, and SAP wants to be sure that customers can simply work with SAP and then have SAP on working with all of these other AI providers. Number 2, AI is only part of the story. There were a lot of other announcements, even without artificial intelligence. This is the most progress I have seen any year in the HXM suite. So many innovations in this latest release and upcoming one were delivered across all of the modules I follow. When I asked the leadership team why the velocity is picked up, they mentioned a lot of groundwork had been set in the past couple of years with things like movement of data centers to hyperscalers and building out centralized services. That in turn has allowed the new incoming interim chief product officer, Shiva Sundaresan, apologize if I butchered that, as I am barely able to pronounce my own name. It allowed him to focus on shipping new enhancements. Side rant, I'm hoping we can drop the interim title for him since he seems to be generating momentum, and the last thing we need is more SuccessFactors leadership changes. Okay, end of rant. Number 3, the SAP and SAP SuccessFactors is starting to pay off. For years, one of my pet peeves was that SAP SuccessFactors has been too focused on chasing the next trend and not enough on accentuating its own unique strengths as an enterprise-wide ERP. I'll be honest, in the past, SuccessFactors being part of SAP has seemed like a mixed blessing at times. SuccessFactors would get all the bureaucracy that comes with being part of a large organization such as SAP, but not nearly as many of the benefits. In fact, sometimes the technology choices being forced onto SAP seem to have held it back. However, I think we're finally starting to get some real world cross enterprise use cases where being part of SAP is yielding big dividends. The first is that there is a common shared data model across the enterprise where items such as cost center objects and banks are automatically fed via a hub and spoke system to be consumed by all other SAP applications such as SuccessFactors, and in turn, the employee is fed from SuccessFactors to those other systems. This eliminates the needs for direct interfaces to finance, Concur, etc. The second one, and this one's really cool, is the new SuccessFactors the new S4 timesheet and the ability to charge cost objects on that timesheet from finance, while SuccessFactors time tracking provides the real-time time evaluation, as well as being able to initiate SuccessFactors time off requests directly from the S4 timesheet. Effectively, this application blends functionalities better even than was the case when everything was in one on-premise system. Trust me, I know. And lastly, Joule will allow employees to ask questions from across all of SAP, HR, sales, you name it, in one integrated AI. And number 4, slow and steady on the payroll front. In contrast with AI, payroll continues to move at, shall we say, a deliberate pace. For all customers, first off, you should be looking to move to Employee Central now. Trust me, it's way better than what SAP HR can do. I've got a nice video that explains why you should move from SAP HR to Employee Central. I'll post a link to it in the description for this video. So going with the assumption that you are going to move away from a 30-year-old SAP HR to a shiny new Employee Central as your system of record, the question is what to do with payroll. For existing customers with SAP Payroll, if you are happy with your payroll for now and you're going to be going through an SAP S/4HANA upgrade for the rest of your business anyway, and you want to upgrade your HR system as well, you can use the core hybrid approach, which is to implement an Employee Central front end that uses a pre-built integration to talk to your on-premise payroll. There are some nice developments in that integration, although it wasn't really discussed as much at the conference. However, for existing customers who are ready to move to a long-term home, and for new customers, the choice is absolutely clear, and that is Employee Central Payroll. There are some really nice enhancements to this offering at this conference. The Payroll Control Center has great new analytics to help payroll administrators, and the mobile paycheck functionality for employees looks really nice as well. However, even ECP is a cloud-hosted version of the SAP payroll engine. It's definitely more tightly integrated to core hybrid, but it is still technically not on the same platform as EC. So, as was announced over the past couple of years, SAP has been developing a next generation payroll. At SuccessConnect, this offering was announced to now be called SAP SuccessFactors Payroll. It has been actually in beta testing in the UK this year and will begin early adoption in the UK in the end of 2023. The US is 1 year behind, with beta testing beginning at the end of this year as well. However, even that will be confined to smaller customers for now. SAP says they're being cautious and deliberate in their approach. They emphasize that they are spending the time to build a payroll engine first that can be used to stamp out country-specific versions, as opposed to building out for a specific country first and then trying to retrofit for others. SAP feels it can go at a slower pace here because A, core hybrid and especially Employee Central are giving customer great results, and B, they know that rushing something out there can result in the product being poorly received. They know that they have to get this one right. So think of SAP SuccessFactors Payroll as that cool new arena that your favorite team is planning to build. Something to get excited about, but it shouldn't keep you from getting season tickets and cheering on this year's squad. Also, the existing items that we just talked about will be supported for the near future, especially Employee Central Payroll, which is officially going to be supported through the year 2040. Okay, so let's wrap up. So all in all, SuccessFactors SuccessFactors SuccessConnect 2023 exceeded my expectations. Those who have known me a while know that I'm not afraid to complain when I'm not liking what I'm seeing from SAP. And it's because I've been working with it for a long time and I just want to see it succeed. So it's nice for me to be able to give a full-throated endorsement for a change. Now, let's just hope that SuccessFactors can continue to keep delivering on their commitments. Thanks a lot.